Hello everybody, welcome to Made Maker Monday. We are so happy that you are joining us this month. But before we get started on this super fun maker project, I have to tell you, this was kind of a tough one. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned, but in the end we persevered and were able to create a mini piñata. And they are super awesome. It just had a bit of a learning curve, and we are so excited because we have figured it all out and brought you the instructions on how to make your own mini piñata. So have fun, enjoy, and let's get started. The materials you're going to need for the piñata are the cardboard toilet paper roll, tissue paper, party string, glue, candy, scissors, and tape. To begin, you're going to need your toilet paper roll and the tissue paper provided. Grab the larger tissue papers and choose the colors and the order you want your piñata to go in. Next, you'll want to make sure that your tape is handy dandy. And you're going to begin starting at the bottom color for the piñata. Begin by folding it hot dog wise. Grab your tape and grab a piece of tape that is the length of the tissue paper. This will be important for later on. Then tape the tissue using half of it on the top of the tissue paper, and the other half will adhere to the table. Continue on in this manner for all of your pieces of tissue paper. Once all of your tissue paper is taped down, it's time to grab your scissors and make the fringe. Take your scissors and carefully cut into the tissue paper, making sure that you don't cut into the tape. Your fringe can be any width you choose. You don't have to be too precise with this. Continue to cut your fringe for all of your pieces of tissue paper. Now we're going to seal the bottom of the piñata. Grab an extra piece of tissue paper, probably one of the smaller sizes, and cut a square that will cover the opening of the toilet paper roll. Next, grab your glue and wood stick. Taking your wood stick, place some of the glue over the rim of the toilet paper roll. Once that's covered, you can then stick your square to the end of the roll. You can also choose to just use tape for this portion. The choice is totally up to you. Next, you can either choose to glue down the ends of the tissue paper. You could use scissors to just trim around the edges of the toilet paper roll to remove the tissue paper. Or a third option is to use tape. This portion of the piñata will not be visible. It will be covered by your fringe. So just do whatever is easiest for you. Next, you'll want to grab the bottom fringe of your piñata. Match up the edge of the fringe to the bottom of the toilet paper roll and start pressing down using the tape onto the toilet paper roll. Work your way around the roll until you come to the end. You can either choose to continue taping, or you can grab a pair of scissors and trim off the excess fringe. You will then place your second fringe piece about halfway up the bottom fringe piece so it covers the tape from your bottom fringe piece. Tape your second layer around the toilet paper tube and continue to make these layers until you get close to the top. For your final layer, place as you did before, but you might notice this time that the tape is going to stay above the roll of the toilet paper. No worries, just use the very end of the tape to help adhere the fringe to the toilet paper roll. Work your way around the toilet paper roll until you come to the other side. Trim the excess pieces if you want, or continue all the way around. The choice is yours. Then go ahead and fold your tape over to the inside of the toilet paper tube to adhere that final piece of fringe to the piñata. Now it's time to make the handle for your piñata. Grab your party string, and you can use glue or tape. Tape will probably be the easiest and quickest option. Grab a small piece of tape and adhere it to one end of the party string. Take that piece of taped end and place it on the inside of your piñata. Make sure that it's stuck on there really good. Then do the same thing to the other end of the party string, grabbing a piece of tape and adhering it to the opposite end. Placing its sticky side up. And then place it on the opposite side of the toilet paper roll. So you have a basket-like handle on your piñata. It's candy time! Grab your candy. We have found that the smaller and skinnier pieces of candy work best. Place them carefully into the piñata. But wait, if you want to add some confetti, grab some extra tissue paper making sure to at least leave one piece that we can use for a cover. With your extra tissue paper and some scissors, just cut up some small pieces of tissue paper to create confetti that can fit inside the piñata. Now it's time to close everything up. We're going to make the top of the piñata. So just like you did on the bottom, cut a small square and using tape or glue, adhere the square to the top of the piñata. It is a little more tricky with the handles already in place, but you can do it. Once your top square is secure, we found it's easiest to grab a pair of scissors and just trim carefully the edges of the top tissue paper off. Just being careful to work your way as you work your way around, not to cut into the handle. Nice and slow will win this race. All right, we're almost done. Grab that last piece of party string and your tape. Take a small piece of tape and adhere it to one end of the party string. And with the sticky side up, place it on the bottom of the piñata. Careful not to rip the tissue paper. Feel free to trim some of the excess party string, or go ahead and, if you feel fancy, give it a curl. All right, now it's time to hang your piñata. Give it a pull and... Oh no! What? No worries. We got this. Woo! All right, makers, we hope you had a great time making your mini piñatas. We had a fun time making them as well. Don't forget that this is our last session of Once a Month Maker Monday. Starting in June with our summer reading program, we will be hosting Maker Monday once a week. So stay tuned as information comes down the pipeline regarding our Maker Monday program this summer. It is going to be lots of fun and we have lots of cool projects planned for you. So until then, have a great month and we will see you in the summer. Bye everybody.